Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. I want to thank you for tuning in to the second hour of Up Close and Personal with Angela on behalf of Aspiring Authors Magazine. For those that do not know who I am Angela Thomas Smith. I am the founder of AALAC, which is the African American Author Literacy Awareness Campaign, where I truly believe in bringing awareness to brown authors all over this world. I'm also the CEO of Aspiring Authors Magazine, where our desire is to connect brown authors all over this world and to touch on topics that's affecting our brown community. So today I have Khadija Moore with me. Morrow, I'm sorry. And I may have her name wrong. So I'm going to let her come up and introduce herself. Y'all know I'm bad with names and I don't like to give out the wrong name. So I'm going to let Khadija come up and introduce herself. Welcome,
Hi, and
welcome, welcome.
yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for having me. And you got it right, Khadija Morrow. I'm a first-time author. I've done my very first children's book, right here, my very first children's book, and yeah, I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me. So
So, what
I
is your
really,
children book about?
so my children's book is it's entitled "Too Cool," and it's the journey of this little duck going through the forest, and some ducks have told him that he's not cool. So he's going through the forest and realizes just in his daily interaction with people that the way he already is, his core values are the things that already make him cool. So the things they're talking about, he's not cool. Not that ain't what matters. It's how you treat people. It's being kind is cool. Being smart is cool. Getting back to like the essence of our core values.
So, what
So,
made you want to write that book?
so I have two children, two little girls, and I do things based off everything I do with them, I do it as a learning experience. So even when we're going grocery shopping, which they're not going grocery shopping now during COVID, but even when we were going grocery shopping, things like that, they're counting the cans that we're putting in the basket. Or everything we do being a learning experience. So I want to instill in them different things that I was taught when I was younger. If my mom came home and she was bringing groceries in the house, I'm gonna go help her with the groceries. Different things that just should naturally be there. You walking in a building and there's somebody walking behind you holding the door for them. Different things that a lot of our this generation now kind of got away from certain things like that. But those are the values I instill in my children. Like you see somebody need help, help them out. If it's not gonna put you in any type of dangerous situation, it's not that big a deal to just help somebody out or somebody like when we first moved here to North Carolina, there was an older woman that used to live upstairs in the apartments near us, and she had a cane and everything, and she had a little bit of difficulty getting down on off the curb to get into whatever car she was going into. Anytime I saw her outside, I grab her arm, help her down the curb, different things like that. If it's not gonna stop, it's not gonna take too much time out your life. It's not that big a deal. Help the next person in need. And then
Right.
by doing that, we create a better environment for all of us. I think every parent wants the best world that their child could live in. So if I instill these things in my children, I at least know two people in this world know about it. When I'm gone, at least they can tell somebody else and they tell their children, but we keep positive things going.
And that's what it's about. That's what it's about. And we jump right into it. I did not give you an opportunity to share a
Uh,
little bit about who you are.
uh,
Who is Khadija? I'm sorry, I didn't get it. I jumped right into it. We
you
had a chance to talk a little bit before we came on, and
right,
I forgot we was off air, so people don't know what we talked about. So I want to
right.
give you an opportunity to share just a little bit about who Khadija Morrow is. I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am. So, like I said, I'm a mother of two. I'm a wife. I have two jobs. I got two children. I got this book. I have a YouTube channel that I actually do with my children where I do their hair called Access Granted. Um, I have, oh gosh, I got a lot going on. Even with just two children, that's a lot. But even having different little individual things. So, like I said, this is my first book. However, I have ideas for more. I've always been a creative type person. So, before about 4 years ago, I had my own home based bakery. And I just like doing things that are creative. So decorating cakes, it would be, I'd have anxiety at first when somebody says they want a swimming pool and some Legos mixed together. I'm like, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna make this work. But then my creative juices get to flowing and I'm like, all right. And then I make something that I'm excited about. So I just have that creative gene in me. And it even transfers to when I used to read my daughter books when she was going to bed, my 10-year-old, or tell her stories at night. It will be a whole production. I'm talking, I got the bed shaking, I got spray bottles going. It's like a whole experience. And it got to the point where I would say, all right, we're going to have to do a to be continued because I done this story for you and now mommy's tired. So, I just like doing creative things. And I want to say my mother-in-law actually was like, she could actually do a children's book. And I was like, you know what? I probably could. As much stories and things that I be coming up with. And that was the inspiration for me to write my first book. And then I have other books. My second one is based off of a song that I made up for my children when they're in the bathtub. And it, like I said, everything I do, I want it to be a learning experience, but not too like lesson heavy. Because nobody wants that. You don't want to be in school all day. However, it would be like, a little song, little playing, and they learn their right from their left. They learn to count how many fingers they have. They learn 1 is a foot, 2 is feet. Different things like that, just in the little song form. So it kind of came naturally to do. It's a little more difficult now because I got so much things going on to get my other books going. However, this one, I actually wrote it 3 years ago when I was pregnant with my youngest.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm excited about it. I want to get the word out there, let everybody know about it.
I mean, you're doing some amazing things because I just remember, I'm probably a lot older than you, but I just remember coming up when I was coming up, those are things that my parents did,
Right.
aunts, that's what we did. So when we got ready to go to school, a lot of the things that they were already teaching us, we already knew because they were already incorporated into our life. Like, I grew up on a farm, so we farmed. We went out, we picked corn, we picked watermelon, we picked cantaloupes.
Right.
As we was picking those things, we were able to count them. We also went to the farmers market, and I always like going to the farmers market with my grandparents, with my grandma
Right.
and my mom. And I'll always be the one that always wanted to have the apron with the money in. I always wanted to count the money back, not knowing that a lot of these things would play a part of what I'm doing now as I grew up. A lot of this is playing a part. Everything that I did in my childhood has helped me along this journey. And it played a part in what I chose to do in my life. So I thank you for pouring those things into your kids and sharing them through your books because it gives other parents tools that they can use because we've gotten away. We let the TV, we let these video games, we let YouTube, we let all kind of other things raise our kids now. And it's
Yeah.
good to know that we still have parents out there that are doing these things and trying to, pass these things back to us because we've gotten
Right.
away from them.
Yeah.
So,
It's a lot. Yeah. And
so I,
even like it, I'm sorry. Even it being a balance in certain things, just like my daughter, like my oldest, she still plays like Lego games and different things like that. But she still understands like, look, I need to make sure I'm treating people right. Or if
mm-hmm.
I'm walking in the room, I'm holding the door for somebody. Or just things being nice. If you the young one in the group and everybody's carrying something, you got all the energy, go on and grab it. You know what I'm saying? So just different things like that. And I encourage it for other people. And then I want my book to be the thing that helps kind of like bridge that gap and bring us all together.
Yeah.
So
Things
the
that we
grand
should be doing. You are definitely, I mean, you on point. I mean, that's exactly what we need to be doing. Because I know we used to do that when I was younger. Every time my parents used to go to the store, we was running out the door. When they came back with the groceries, we was trying to see who could get the most groceries in the house.
right.
Just there to help, just wanting to be doing something positive. So, not even trying to get the treat, but you're gonna get a treat if you do positive things. I mean, that's just what happened. And
Yeah.
if you did positive things, and then it moved up. The older you got, you started getting money, and then the responsibilities that came behind getting the money. You learn different things behind that. So you're definitely on point and you're on
I
track.
appreciate it. I
I definitely
appreciate it. Yes, ma'am.
we were talking. I know you were talking about being creative. My sister's just like you. Um,
Hmm.
she she's a sewer and she bakes too. She's a baker too. So
Okay.
but her thing now is sewing. And I think it was my niece. She's a traveling nurse, so she gave her the idea to do the matching masks and hat sets. And she come up with this idea to make a attachment, so you don't have to be worried about losing your
So
mask.
it attaches to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
cute. I like that.
it's designed. She put the designer the stuff on it so that it
Right.
matches, and it matches the nurses. She come up with all kind of little stuff during COVID that we didn't even know, because she wasn't she ain't sold since I think high school. Even though
Right.
she's still on her job, but she hasn't really been creative since high school. But this COVID has really got her
It got
juice
her what
again.
she's used to doing.
Yeah, yeah. And I thank
I,
y'all for that. I thank God for allowing y'all creative juices to flow during this
yeah.
time, because a lot of people are in a lot of places right now. What has that been like for you?
COVID. Okay, so I was one of the people that kept working throughout COVID. One of my jobs, they paused. However, my second job, I kept working the whole time throughout it. And it was interesting because just you should, from how I'm talking about my children, I'm really, really close to them. So when I would leave and they're at home playing with daddy, I'm like, I wanna be at home with y'all. I wanna be playing and relaxing and everything. But I understood that, there's still a job that needs to be done. So it was pretty hectic. My children, because they were used to being homeschooled, it wasn't too much of a shell shock to not be out going anywhere. However, I did try to make sure they got to do a few little things where we could stay away from people. So we went apple picking, we went blackberry picking, because you're outside, it's less people. Like most of the time, we didn't even see anybody. So different things like that. We even one day went around the city because we live in Charlotte. We went around the city and just looked at different murals that are in the different parts of the city. That we in our car, we not messing with nobody else, but just so they can get out the house for a little bit. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking of different things like that, but they weren't too stir crazy being in the house. That was just me, like, all right, let me get y'all out, just so you
Mhm.
can see the book a little bit. But it went interesting. Now I'm hoping everything, like cases and things are rising, so I'm just hoping everybody stays safe out there. Do what you're supposed to do. Keep your mask on. If you don't think it's for you, do it for somebody else, just so we
Exactly.
can
If not,
all
stay
be.
home.
Yeah,
For real.
exactly. If you
Stay home.
you don't need to be out, go ahead and just go ahead and stay home. This is the time to get that quality time with your family. Catch up on books, what you've been doing, all that time. So make the most of it.
Evaluate yourself. That's what I've been doing during this time, because I've been here since April. I have not been here. I moved from Atlanta to Myrtle Beach in February, and I've
Oh,
been here. I've not. I should be out networking and trying to get to know people here, but you know what? I say it's gonna be plenty of time for that. I gotta stay safe, because
I
I ain't
understand.
had the best of health issues. In 2019, I was hospitalized for 21 days
Oh
and
wow.
just got released from doctor's care in December. So I ain't trying to, no risk, no risk. I said no risk. So I've been
Understand. You don't bring anything like that back. I understand.
playing it cool and just trying. But I'm excited for you.
Thank
Where
you.
can where can people follow you? Because I like to share how individuals can get in contact with you. Share your YouTube. You mentioned your YouTube. I want you to share your YouTube, all your social media links, your website. If you can, post them in the private chat, and I'll post them up on the comment section, or at least we can
Oh,
post them in the comment section. So those that catch this replay, because I will upload this to YouTube as well. Those that catch this replay, they'll be able to follow your links.
everything. Okay, I'm ready. I'm gonna run it all down. I have okay. So for my hair channel with my children, it's called Access Granted. AXCESS Granted. And that's, like I said, it's just fun, me doing my children's hair, little poop pranks I tried to do that didn't work out at all. However, just different little fun things with us. Just because in COVID time period, everybody needs something kind of lighten up the mood a little bit. Um, I have a Instagram page for my access granted page as well, and you can find that under my name, Khadija Morrow. I have Instagram for the book is Lovey Sun Books on Instagram. That's also the Facebook page name, Lovey Sun Books. I have a Gmail account, Lovey Sun Books, and that's actually an homage to my children as well. Lovey Sun is a mix of the meaning of each of their middle names. So like my youngest, her middle name is Soleil, which is sun in French. So that's the sun part. My oldest, I used to call her Lovey when she was a baby. So that's kind of how that mixes together. Um, that's just a little tidbit of information. But if y'all want to, I'll give you all the links and everything that so you can put it in there. But Lovey Sun Books and Khadija Morrow, you should be able to find me everywhere from that. The book itself can be found on Amazon.com. There we go. Can be found on Amazon.com. You can find it on BarnesandNoble.com, Black History for Kids, and Goodreads. And it's a great gift. Like I said, the illustration in there, it's all cute and stuff. They making pies and all kind of cute little things. So him just going through and spending time with his friends and learning about himself.
Cool. I'm definitely going to be sharing it on my platform. And you was talking about your you like to do your kids' hair, and I was just looking at how beautiful your hair is.
Oh, girl, today I don't know.
And it looks so natural. It's natural, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Natural. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. My cousin actually lives in Charlotte. She's getting ready to launch a natural hair care line. And I've been sharing it on Facebook. And I'm so super proud of her. But yeah, she lives in Charlotte, and I just want to shout her out really quick.
Well, you can let me know information. I try to as well on my Facebook page, and I'm doing it a little bit more in my YouTube page that I do the hair of promoting Black-owned businesses. So there's a page that or a segment we did of we buy Black boxes, things like that. And on my YouTube page, or excuse me, on my Facebook page, I try to at least support a whole new Black business every month with something. So I got jewelry coming like in a couple of days from Quashanta the Alchemist. But I'll put all that in my Facebook page, on the Instagram, things like that. I got big things coming. Y'all stay with me.
Definitely. Please make sure you when we finish, just go in that link that I shared with you.
Yes,
it's on Facebook. I'll share it again. But it's a link that's on Facebook. And if you would share that when people go on and look at this video, they'll be able to see your links.
Okay. Yeah. I'll
tag you again.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a guy I interviewed yesterday on my radio show. He does earrings, African earrings. He's also an author. His daughter actually just published a children's book. So yeah, that's one thing I'm trying to connect. I'm trying to connect us and see how we can come together and support each other and see how we can spend our money with each other and build our economy and build each other up. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's all about how we pull from the inside of us and affect our community. Community.
Exactly. That's actually a post I just put on my Facebook page. And I was telling people, like, even if I understand we don't all have the money sometimes, but it don't cost nothing to like, to share, it looked like I froze. Okay. To like, to share, to comment on somebody's thing. That way you're spreading the word about each other. So I'm 100% in agreement. Yes, ma'am.
Because you never know who on my page may need something that you have, or whoever is on somebody's page that follow me. Because sometimes people share stuff on their page and you'll see it on their page and didn't even see it on my page.
Right.
So that's true. I definitely I want to thank you for coming on. You are on Facebook, Khadija Morrow, Instagram.
Yes, ma'am.
Instagram too, Khadija Morrow.
Instagram is Lovey Sun Books for the book, and then access granted for the hair and the YouTube channel and all that.
We know how to get you a leak tree. So you can put all link tree. So you can put all your links together, so they can click
Okay.
on that one link
And
and
then take
take
everything.
everything, all your everything right there together.
We got a lot to talk about. We got.
Yeah, somebody came on and did an interview and shared that with me. So that's how I found out. See, if they hadn't come on and shared that with me, I want to know. See, that's what I'm talking about. We got to get in the habit of doing that and stop trying
Yeah,
to sit on stuff and hold stuff in,
I like
because
it.
I want to see us all win. It's too many people in
Yeah.
this world hurting. Too many people hurting. It's time for us to be set free.
Mhm. Yep.
So thank you for coming on. I want to let you know that if there's anything that I can do to assist you on your journey, you can feel free to reach out to me.
Mhm.
Aspiring Optics Magazine or AALAC. I'm always here. I may not be visible on Facebook all the time, but I'm here.
Okay. I appreciate it very much.
Is there anything that you would like to leave with those that are tuned in today? Anything encouraging? I'm going to share something with you. I've been asking everybody about the word power.
Okay.
And what does that word mean to you? Power.
Power. So when I hear the word power, I think of how I can support other people in their power. So one of the things, like I said, I'm a creative type person. Oh, here come the little. Hold on one second, back. Okay, so I'm a creative type person, and I think once we all figure out what exactly our niche is, or whatever it is that we're good at and that we do well, when we get into that and we have other people like we've been talking about to support us and get us to the point where we can magnify each other, that's where our real power shows, and how much I can motivate and get the next person on the platform that they need to be. And at the same time, they lifting me up. We all lifting each other. No crabs in a barrel happening here. We all lifting each other up at the same time. So when I hear power, I think of a fist. I think of us all united together, everything as one.
Wow. So I want to share with you what the spirit dropped. He dropped in my spirit.
Okay.
So the P, and he broke down each letter: the P, the O,
Yes.
the W, the E, the R. So the P stands for position, position to overcome by being a willing vessel to empower others through your resilience.
Mm.
That's what the word power means. We're positioned to overcome
Um,
by being a willing vessel. That means we open to doing whatever it takes to help people overcome. We want to
mm,
empower them. And that's what you're doing. You're
yes.
empowering others by sharing. You're empowering your baby by teaching them morals and values, things that everybody
Absolutely.
should be teaching. You're empowering them. You're empowering them for generations to come. The things that you're instilling in them, they'll be able to
Yeah.
pass down to their kids and their kids' kids. So you're definitely walking in power. So I thank
I,
you. I thank you for that. I thank God for revealing what the word meant to me, because we see these words all the time, and how the world has defined those words don't always apply to us.
right.
And I thank Him for revealing that word to me, and I thank you
Yeah.
for walking in your power.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate it.
So before we leave, I just want to encourage you to stay on your journey. I'm
Yeah.
super proud of you. I want you to show that book one more time.
Absolutely, girl. I got it right.
If y'all would please go over and support her. It is listed on Amazon. She shared her links. She's gonna post them after we end this live. So the links will be posted so that you can go over and purchase that. Is there anything that you would like to leave with those before we end this today?
Um, it's not anything specific. I like we kind of touched on everything that I wanted to say about us just supporting each other. So even if you decide, hey, this is not the book for me, if you know somebody else, spread the word. Let us, because there's only so many people I can reach. But if those people reach who they can and they reach who they can, then we'll all know about it, about everything, whatever will benefit us. Just like you shared with me about, I think it was leaf tree,
Leak tree. Mm-hmm.
leaf tree, all of that to spread through each other. Positivity. That's what I'm about. Positivity. I want everybody to succeed and grow and and just prosper.
Amen. Amen. So I definitely thank Lynn for the connection, for
Yes.
connecting us and allowing me the privilege of interviewing you and sharing you on my platform. So I thank her for
Thank you
that.
very much for having me.
Yes, ma'am. Anytime, anytime. So I want to thank you for joining me today, and I pray that you have a wonderful rest of your afternoon and enjoy your
Thank.
week.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So you guys have been tuned in to Up Close and Personal with Angela. I thank you. I have truly been blessed on today. We had some technical difficulties on my first show, but this show went by without a breeze. I tell you, I thank God for um, the opportunity to be able to share with you guys and to be able to bring individuals on to share. So if you would please go over and follow her on Facebook. She's also on Instagram. Check out her book. If you don't have a kid, or if there's not no one in your immediate family, share it with someone that may have a kid. If not, go over. If you have Amazon Prime, go over and check it out on Amazon. If it's available on Amazon Prime, check it out on Amazon Prime. Buy it as a gift. Holidays are coming up. We have to think about our future generation, and she's definitely doing some positive things. And I think this book and her platform will be positive for generations to come. So please go over to support her, please. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Up Close and Personal with Angela. Like always, have a blessed rest of your day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow, 12 p.m. and 1 p.m.